Hey guys, it's Ingrid. So today we're going to do a lesson on the larynx. And larynx exercises are really good because a lot of times when we're starting out singing, when we think of high notes, it starts to creep up and it gives a lot of issues. It makes it harder to hit the note. It can give vocal problems. So we're trying to keep all of this kind of relaxed and stable. So there are some fun exercises that a lot of teachers use, and I'm going to give you some that might help. And so if you find that you notice this creeping up a lot when you're going for higher notes, then use these a lot. And it's stuff that I found very useful are like the dopey exercises. It's a tool. It's not what we're trying to sound like. It's just to get everything working correctly. And then after that, you take it out and you put a nice little on all of it instead of the dope. But for now, we just want to get you comfortable with it, okay? So I'm going to give you some exercises to work on. So let's start with your lip trills just to warm you up. Women, I'll let you know when you can come in, okay? So we're going to start with the women, if you can do it, go for it. But I'll let you know kind of where usually you're going to come in. All right, go for it. As you're doing this, there's space between the teeth, and you're putting an and for exercise reasons, you can put a dope in there, okay? All right, women, come on in. Some of my men might trail off right here, and that's all right. I'll let you know when to come back in, okay? Starting to struggle, let go of it. I'll let you know when to come back in. For my sopranos, keep going. Make sure you're keeping that nice space in there and an O shape. All right, we're gonna go back down. Try to relax your tongue while you're at it. All right, the rest of our women come back in. You trailed off. All right, men, start coming in, my tenors. Lip trills are kind of like this universal exercise that everybody does to warm up, and it's something that we'll start, and I'll give you other ones to vary it later, but for right now, try to just get that nice floppy lips, space between the jaw, a little hoot in there so that you're relaxing this whole area, and you're just really working on your range and warming it all up. All right, so we're gonna do a buzz, like book, and I want it to be really dopey. Now, if you have a tendency to go a little yelly, swap it to wood, like wood, okay? Keep going with a nice little shape in there. All right, women, come back in. Some of my men might come out right now, and that's fine. go forward. Don't let them kind of go back. We want to create space in there. Some women might come off right now, that's fine. My sopranos are going to keep going with the bow. And you're dropping the jaw, exaggerating shapes. Alright, come back down. And just be really true to that O shape. Alright, women, if you came off, come back in. Keep it dopey the whole time. Alright, men, come on. It's mostly tenors. Come in. Women, you might be losing the bottom end, so you can go out. Good. Keep dropping that jaw. Stay true to the vowel. You're going on flow like book. Alright, tenors. You're probably done by now. On this, there's a few different things that I want you to really pay attention. I really want a true O shape. So think of your lips puckered. Don't let them spread, okay? If you're spreading, you're creating jaw tension. You're also creating tongue tension. The back of the tongue is pulling back. And so you're really making this whole instrument a lot smaller. And the real goal is to create space and openness so that you have more to work with. And you just get a nicer, warmer tone out of it. So take it, we're not really working on tone because we're putting that dope in there, but we're trying to get this to kind of relax, to not let it rise. And not that that is a rule always. We want to be able to work with it being stable at all times, but there are moments in R&B and in other styles that we let that larynx go up, but we want to have control over it. We want to be able to recheck it and let it go back to being stable. So as long as you have control over it, who cares? But we're really right now working on getting the control, getting everything, relaxed, stable, working, in this kind of middle world, so that later on when we're working on style and we're pushing those edges, we have control over the instrument. We don't want to get stuck. All right, so the buzz are really nice. We're going to keep going with the buzz. If the B is too hard or you're being too yelly, swap it to wood, like wood, because that's allowing more air to go through. Make sure that every note is the same volume and that you're really working on the control. So don't let high notes get too loud, or even sometimes people like to slam into the bottom and they make the bottom note too loud. Make sure that everything is equal. So really pay attention to that, okay? All right, so we're gonna do a broken arpeggio. And same thing, that dopey bow. And have fun with it, okay? All right. All right, then go for it. Good. Oh, sorry. Going. All right, women, come in. Make sure everything is equal, men. This is your break right here, so don't let it go loud. Alright, some of my men might be done around here, and that's fine. Alright, the rest of my men are out by now. Women, keep it going. And keep dropping the jaw. top and hoot in there. Some women might be trailing off. Make sure you're dropping the jaw and you're committing to every note, every one of the notes, not just the top notes. Alright, women, if you trailed off, come back in. Keep going. Alright, men, come in. Mostly tenors right now. The rest of you can come back in. Make sure you're staying true, keeping it dopey. Alright, women, you're done now. You can try to stretch if you'd like to, but alright, tenors, if you're done, that's fine. Good. Last one. Nice. So just make sure you're keeping that little hoot in there. You're being true to the whole thing. You're keeping that O shape. All right, so next exercise, we're gonna work on our O's. And what I love about these is you're really working on the lips and kind of creating this kind of occlusion, you know, a smaller shape in the front. And really you want that like megaphone. So you want the back to be really open. So for those of you who tend to be more belty or yelly, I want you to go to whoa. If you have a tendency to go breathy, I want you to say bow. And really, I want you to feel kind of like a puppet. You're dropping the jaw, bow, 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 and you're really elongating this shape. If you watch Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You, she has these really amazing O and O shapes. And if you watch her lips, it's really brilliant to see how she's vowel tuning with that. So we're really going to play with those lips and get them working. A lot of people have lazy lips and they don't get involved, and we really want them to be involved and be part of the instrument. So let's do the bows or woes, and I want you to add that hoot, and eventually you can take those out if you notice that you don't really need them. But as a larynx exercise, we're going to keep everything dopey today. All right, so bow, bow, bow. So bow, 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 bow. All right, go for it, man. And really make sure you're wrapping those lips forward. Make it as mouthy as you can make it. Women, come in. And make sure you're relaxing the back of your tongue. Let the soft palate do more work, which we really can't feel, but adding that little hoot will lift it. All right, men, you're out by now. Sorry about that. Some of my women might be trailing off. All right, sopranos, have fun. Open it up, add that little hoot the whole exercise video, I'm actually gonna add some more exercises, but it's gonna be more true to gender, just so that we don't accidentally start yelling things. So make sure that you look for those. It's gonna be the same vowel of bow, but I'm gonna do descending. But I just don't wanna start it too low and then have people yell it, okay? All right, so make sure you go to those videos. All right, so last one, we're gonna work on guz. And what I really like about guz is it gets that tongue up and then down, right? So we're working the tongue as well, and we're still working on those lips. So we want the lips forward. I kind of tell my girl Scarlett Johansson lips, you know, she has those puckered lips. So have fun with it, go, and keep adding the little hoop for now. Make the the destination, not the G. So a lot of times we get stuck and we're making it more about that G, which really in singing, the vowel is king, so you want to make it more about the all right? All right, so it's good, like good. Don't put the D in it because we're not worried about the tongue at the end. I want that double O in there, okay? All right, so let's start off with it. Good, men, go for it. And just make sure you're really, really enunciating that vowel. Keep it dopey. And if you want to challenge yourself, add some vibrato at the end. Women, come in. Dropping the tongue every time, keeping it forward so you're creating space. If you can do it in front of a mirror, that's a really great exercise so that you kind of see how mouthy you can get. Men, you're out by now. Make sure you're consistent with volume. You're not getting louder as you go higher. Shape, pucker your lips, and keep adding that hoot in there. Stay true to a lot of times we like to go to ah. We want to be true to that with this go, a lot of times as we go higher, you'll hear people, and I'll show you in my range, you'll hear people go, go. You don't want to yell it. So we want to be true and make sure we're working on the hoot. It's and go. And we're keeping the volume equal. And you're going to feel it move into head voice, and it's supposed to. So let it do that, okay? Don't try to hold everything in chest voice, or like a lot of times we associate chest with like grabbing the belly. Try to let go of that. We're supporting every note with a nice you know, and it's really just almost like a yawn. Hi. That's kind of the support we're getting, and we want to have that support every single time. But we don't want the abs to get involved, okay? We're trying to make everything consistent and comfortable so that we're willing to play around with the edges, you know, and see what we can come up with. So everybody, I hope this really helps. Know that there are plenty of other exercises that are larynx exercises, and we'll probably go through some more of them, but for now, these are really good. If you're noticing that you're getting too yelly or you're going toward ga, swap it to was or buh, you know. Try to be, since you don't have somebody listening to you, you know, you can record yourself and make sure that you're not changing that vowel and modifying it to something that's not supposed to be. Biggest thing is just be true to what exercise you're working on. Have fun with it. The more you do it, the better you get, as long as you're listening back, so do listen back. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. All right, so thank you so much for coming in. Go to the exercise videos, work on it. I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Bye.